Are you ready to be entertained? Let's go!
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale. Do you see the road? I'm out to my soul. And tell me the size whenever the smoke clear out of my face. And my picture perfect. You look fine.
Nah, I'ma do my own thing.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale. Do you see the road? I'm out to my soul. And tell me the size whenever the...
Welcome back, y'all. We're getting into Outlander. This is season 1, episode 13. We have 3 more episodes to go of this season, and then we're jumping into season 2. There is no pause. There will be no breaks. Somebody commented, I think on YouTube, and said that there's 8 seasons so far, or they're working on their 8th season this summer, or was it the 8th book? Or was it both? Regardless, I'm enjoying everything about this series. It is fabulous. I'm so happy that I started to watch it. I'm ready to jump into this episode. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know where we stopped the last reaction because I've been watching so many shows. I actually just explained myself on the YouTube where somebody was commenting about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I completely didn't even realize that I have not seen Buffy on my Patreon since March 8th. And it's really because I'm watching so many shows. True Blood, Outlander, The Walking Dead, Dexter Original Sins, Daredevil, The 100, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, Friends, Golden Girls. Now we're adding The Handmaid's Tales. We're adding The Last of Us this month, Yellowstone, and there's another show that we're also watching Ted Lasso. I'm watching about like 15 shows, so it's hard for me to make sure that I'm watching every single thing. And because I suffer from ADD, it's very hard for me to focus on 2 or 3 shows without me being like, okay, I'm bored, let me go here. Even if I do enjoy the show, just like this show. That's why I'm definitely going to make sure I now go through all of the shows that I'm watching, see which ones I haven't watched in a while, jump back into those, try to wrap up other shows, so bear with me. Next week, or this week, you're only gonna see Outlander drop. This is for the Patreon family, because when this gets on YouTube, we're gonna be in a different place. But we're gonna watch Outlander once this week. So, and I think I'm gonna do the same thing for The Walking Dead, so I can catch up on the other shows that I am currently doing. I do enjoy all of y'all commenting on this, all these reactions. You guys know I love your support. I just wanna make sure that everybody is being able to see every show that they signed up for here on Patreon, as well as all the shows that I'm currently doing. I just wanna make sure I'm continuously doing them. So bear with me, guys. We're gonna watch 1 this week, and then by next week, most likely you're gonna see 2 more drop. That's just kind of how it's going to be. Not most likely. To tell you the truth, if this is episode 13 and I watch 1 more this week sometime, which I'm going to, most likely by the ending of this week, then I'll hold off. Then that'll be actually 2 this week. But then the next week I could just wrap up the season of season 1. And then that's what I'll do, okay? I think that's what I'll do. I love the show so much, and I love the song, so I just want to continue watching it. Why do people come for me with pitchforks and flamethrowers? Anyways, let's get into this reaction. I think that people think that that a lot. I don't know about other reactors, but I know that a lot of us work like full-time jobs. It's hard. We're not always here in the lovely spaces of our homes, honey. You see the economy? Damn. Egg prices haven't gone down, although people voted for Trump. Okay, darling? I want to make some scrambled eggs. Anyways, let's get into this reaction, y'all. So without further ado, let's jump into Outlander and find out exactly what the show has got to give.
Sing me a song
of a lass that is gone. Sing me a song of a lass that is gone. Who's this guy?
I hope you kept your powder dry.
Yeah.
And I'll ram that pistol down your gullet. There's only one way to find out.
Who's this guy?
Taryn, put your gun down.
I found a scoundrel in here, Jenny.
That's no scoundrel, you fool. It's my cousin, Jamie.
Her cousin?
Cousin, you say?
Pause. Question. Is this guy, is he like one of the rebels that they were mentioning before that if they found out who Jamie was, that they would even, for money, they would send him to the Redcoats? Is that why she lied and said that's her cousin? He looks like he hasn't taken a shower. I don't know why. Maybe he does look like he's taking a shower. This is the things that I think of when I look at people on TV shows.
Jamie came for a visit. Walked in one fine day without warning and with a wife on his arm.
Assassinate? For a bride?
Nearly put a gun to his head myself when I heard. She's a decent woman. We don't mind her Englishness so much.
I'm Taryn McQuarrie.
McQuarrie.
You'll excuse my confusion. I thought your husband was intending to rob the place.
I didn't expect you till next month.
Aye, that was the plan. But I was pining for Jenny's rabbit stew.
Had the nicks ground off the blade and polished off the rust with a bit of whale oil.
That's a nice blade.
It's better than you. My stomach's rumbling like thunder. Jenny, how about you put some supper on the fire?
Do you see Jenny's pregnant, sir? She looks like she's 9 months pregnant. She looks like she's about to have a baby on the table that you're about to eat their rabbit stew on. You get up with your greasy hair and go get the rabbit stew yourself. Warning, quick disclaimer. I am in a mood today. I'm in a mood. I'm not in the mood for messy Claire. I'm not in the mood for dumb I am in a mood. So if I go off, please do not hold this on me. It's just the mood that I am in. And I can already tell by Messy Claire, her facial expressions, that she's going to be very messy this episode. I can tell by the 2.5 seconds that she entered and walked down the stairs that she was on her messy bush. So I'm going to try to bite my tongue as much as humanly possible. You guys know I'm having this on and off relationship with Claire, but I'm
working on it, okay?
She's not working on it, but I'm going to work on it for all of you. You're welcome. But I love Jenny. Jenny's like my favorite character so far of this whole entire show. Well, that's a lie. I like her brother first, and then I like Jenny.
Quarry's come, let's get supper ready.
Welcoming the watch into our home.
Watch.
Hold your tongue, it's not like we had a choice now, is it?
Corey's a decent fellow. No, and you fixed his sword for him. Maybe you'd like to polish his boots as well.
Money we pay is for protection from the Redcoats and other raiding clans.
Turn me over to the Redcoats in a heartbeat.
That's why we're going to fill their bellies, give them a place to sleep, and you, cousin, are going to keep your wits about you until they've moved on.
Never would have agreed to this.
But you weren't here now, were you, Jamie McTavish? Keep your voices down.
Yeah, you weren't there, Jamie.
You think it hasn't taken its toll on Jenny and me? Well, it has. If you've got a better idea, let's hear it. Jenny.
Is it the bear?
Aye. Kicks like a mule on fire.
Just listen to your sister. Tread lightly and don't provoke them.
Jenny hides the good stuff away when we come along with Ian's fine tobacco.
Do you blame me?
Where are you from, McTavish?
In Chagall.
Ah, you don't sound like an Islander.
Well, Jamie spent time in France, fighting with the French army with Ian.
I did some soldiering myself with the French in Austria. You posted in Spain with Ian?
Aye.
We got separated during a battle. I thought he died on the field.
We spent the next 3 weeks convalescing in a brothel.
No, I was in Silesia in 42 when they stormed Prague.
Never be taken alive. How daring.
Nothing like charging into the guns after that first volley before the enemy's got a chance to reload.
Aye.
'Cause I've traded a lot of army tales with Ian. And he's never mentioned you.
You two weren't so deep into the drink, I'm sure you'd remember.
My question is, why is he picking them pride? And if they already told him, I understand, like, he's just being a nosy a bugger. But he's still picking them pride and picking them pride and picking them pride because he kind of wants this altercation with Jamie. Everybody wants an altercation with Jamie, either a good one or a bad one. Another thing is, I have a question about the watch. So, okay, so we have the watch in the Game of Thrones, right? So they were their own entity in the North, right? That oversaw the North. So the watch, isn't the watch a bunch, but I thought the watch was a bunch of redcoats abandoners. Is that how the word is? But they're not, because those guys are definitely Scottish and they talk about the French, whatever. So I'm trying to figure out who makes the watch here. I could Google it, but I'm sure you guys are going to tell me down below. Like, I want to know, like, so they're a band of thieves, like, they're criminals. But who's, And then I guess every town and village that needs help pays these group of people, and how big are they? But pays these group of people every time they go there to protect them, is what this is. So they're pretty much overruling they think the Lard, I can't ever pronounce that word, which is him and Jenny, because they're the ones in power, really, because they're the ones protecting everything, I'm assuming.
Am I making any sense to anybody?
How long are you staying?
2 days. Have a few more men arriving tomorrow. You're planning something big. In the meantime, one of my horses has turned up lame. Needs shoeing. I'll need to see the smithy in the morning.
I'm good with horses.
Huh?
And we wouldn't want anything to keep you from your travels.
Compliments to the cook. But if I take another bite, I'll be sleeping in the mud pen with the swine.
I don't trust them. They're all gonna die.
You helped yourself to Ian's tobacco. Fine tobacco it is. Fine for the likes of you.
Oh, Lord, Jamie.
An abscess.
Andre turned up lame.
It's
The
a
last
set
time
of
you had
fire.
him shot.
I want to show some gratitude.
You might want to remember who has the pistol here.
Stand down! Stand down! They're good lads. They're just a wee bit coarse. Needed me of the army like we did, eh? You know, I could use a man like you. Not just a bonny fighter. A warrior.
I've done enough fighting in my life. I'm settled now.
You let me know if you change your mind.
That guy did that. I just don't understand this time where these people are looking out for you and you're disrespecting them. And it's just because you think that you can. And you ever realize that people who think they have power or do have power, literally, they just kind of do whatever the fuck they want to do whenever they want to do it. And you know, this is going to be, I'm a narcissist, but just a really quick story. So I have two jobs that happen simultaneously. So one, I also am a union officer along with my other job. So I oversee federal employees in 2 different locations. So that amounts to maybe, I'll just give you 30 to 70 employees, right? So I help people, it's a whole union stuff. But with that, being a union officer, you have a lot of power within the vicinity that you're in. So in this part of the federal government that I work in, I have a lot of power that I could oversee, kind of like a checks and balances. And I do know that, not in my particular union that I could name off the top of my head, but I do know in other unions, people take that power and they run rampant with it. And just like power in, like, think of other places, a king, a monarchy, the president. You know, you get this endless amount of power, even people who have wealth, they get this power and they just do whatever they want. And I've always said, if I ever had power, I would never, ever do it. And I stand behind it all the way to the T. I could never be like these jackasses where these people are running around, cooking food for you, putting you in a shelter, doing this, that, and the third, and you just start burning their stuff, you start acting like a fool, you start threatening their people. I just don't understand. And as you can understand now, the beginning of time, pretty much, humanity was excuse my language. Humanity was screwed because humans can't help we can't help ourselves. We always gotta be like bullies. Like, shut the hell up. You and your thinning hair. Messing with Jamie. Bloop, bloop.
Yeesh.
Who are these people?
You think you weren't going to grace us with your presence, Mr. Horrocks?
Who's he? Jamie.
You 2 lads know each other?
I thought so. You Tom-faced Scots all look the same to me.
He winked at him.
He knows there's a price on your head.
Aye, he's got no problem robbing and killing Scots. He won't stay quiet for long. Lallybroch was the one place I thought would be safe. Should never have come home.
Don't say that. Whatever happens, we'll handle it.
Chisholm land borders the Fraser's land to the west. Our best shot's Lochaber Bridge. A day's ride. We take them. Their sacks will be the fullest with coin and goods.
What? Fraser's?
After this, we've got the main done. You any good with a needle? Jamie, have you no sense? Look what you've done to your auntie's skirt.
It's all right, I don't mind.
Be nice to get some chores done without a bairn under my feet. Soon you'll have a wee brother to play with.
How do you know it's not a sister?
A taste for salty food, and I'm carrying low. Same as wee Jamie. You have siblings?
No, I'm an only child.
Jamie was only 8 when we lost Willie to smallpox. Old John, Ian's father, used to tell Ian his job was to guard his chief's weaker side. When Jamie and Ian stood shoulder to shoulder, there was no one could take the pair of them down.
I'm sorry, who's Ian? Have you been watching the show? Ian's not her husband, right? Or is it? Is her husband named Ian, or the guy that's been with Jamie this whole entire time? Is that Ian? And where is he? We just kind of pieced him. Why didn't Jamie go get him and bring him back here?
What's wrong?
Water break.
Waters are broken. Looks like this laddie's on his way.
All right, let's get you inside.
No heartbeat or something? No kicking?
It feels to me that this baby is breech. He's in the wrong position. The head should be down here, but it's still up here. We're going to have to turn him. I'm going to need you to lie on your side, and then I'll have to palpate the belly.
You know about babies and such, then?
I've seen childbirth.
Oh, this gives me anxiety. As much as, like, Claire bothers me, this is what I love about Claire. Claire's not a bad person, clearly. She just is so effing annoying sometimes. But this part is when you're like, oh, don't you love her? And I hope nothing happens to Jenny. If something happens to Jenny, then my day has just gone from bad to worse. I love Jenny.
You've not yet been with child yourself, then?
No, I haven't.
You drink a tea of raspberry leaves and rose hips when the moon is waxing.
She's scared. She's talking because she's scared. And Claire's not helping her with her facial expressions.
It's not working, is it?
No, it isn't.
Claire would give me anxiety.
Determined to land on his feet.
It's a stubborn one. Definitely has Fraser in him. I should go get Ian. You should know what's going on.
I'll not tell him anything, and neither will you. Tell him the bairn's coming and nothing else.
What does that mean? Why are they looking at each other like that? Is it gonna like hurt, or like she could die, or a baby could die? Jamie's being a little messy this episode.
Making yourself comfortable.
I was wondering when you'd seek me out. We've a lot to talk about.
Then let's talk.
This is all yours. I saw the name Fraser carved in the lintel. Yeah. They speak about the luck of the Irish. Jamie Fraser. You're the lucky man.
What do you want, Torx?
To sail to the colonies.
Scotland won't miss you.
I'm gonna need money for my venture.
You'll have plenty in your pockets after the raid on the rent party.
That's a start, but not much of one. Maybe you'd be willing to help a fella. Same way as I'm helping you by keeping my mouth shut. But you put up some money now, and I swear you'll not see my face again.
We don't trust him.
How much?
So tell me what it's like, being pregnant.
Well, it's no romping the heather. Can't you see my face?
I know. Come on.
In the early days, it's just a bit like wind in your belly. A fish on a line, just a quick tug and then gone so soon. You're not sure you felt it. Sometimes when there's been no movement, you fear they've died. You get down on your knees and promise God anything he asks if he'll just keep them safe.
Women back then, even women now, women amaze me because they bear children. Did you guys not know that? Women bear children. This whole situation, even women back then, where they didn't have all the medicines and, I don't even know how they knew what to do. I guess it's just like by nature, what women know what to do. But this would scare me that like I have to push a child out of my body through something that's not, that has to open up. And then like there's so many things that could happen in childbirth, good and bad. But isn't there a lot more scarier things that could happen during childbirth? That's why you'd be super careful. And back then they didn't do any of that because they didn't know, and they didn't have anything to ensure that they could do something safely. And imagine the pain that they went through. I could not. So seeing Jenny here in all her glory, outshining Claire, oops, I said it, is a wonder to behold. Go ahead, Jenny. Jenify.
It's a feeling like when your man's inside you, when he comes to you deep and pours himself inside you, and that throbbing begins.
Claire's like, I want to get
pregnant.
That's what they want sometimes, you know.
There's word from the village. The midwife was called away to tend to a relative who's taken ill.
It is possible to deliver a breech baby. I'm going to have to reach inside and guide it out.
You'll be fetching me a good stiff dram before we start.
In that case, the baby will likely be drunk too.
Then he'll come into the world a true Scot.
God here, you've the look in your face like you've got a thistle stuck up your arse. You're provoking them.
Have me turn the other cheek.
That's why you've got two cheeks, you limmer. Macquarie could take more from the estate than he does. Just ask the Macintoshes.
So you're boon companions with him?
Aye, so I am. Maybe I favour him because he's a soldier, or because he reminds me of you. And because he protects us from the redcoats. He pays them to stay away, and when they don't, he fights them.
You pay one devil to protect you from another?
I'm not proud of it, but there it is. What happened here with Jenny never will again. Takes an army. The Watch is our army now.
What bothers me about Jamie in this particular episode is that he's so stubborn. Jamie's younger than Jenny. I mean, Jamie's younger than Claire, right? Claire's 26, so Jamie's young. And my mom always told us when we were younger, men mature at the age of dead. So when men finally get it all the way together, they're dead. And this is no shade to men. Listen, I'm a man too. This is what my mom said. And I actually agree with her. And here's a perfect reason. But Jamie is like, so like, oh, I hate this person. I hate this person. Well, listen, if you came in here and you were seen and not heard, or not even seen and nor heard either, for this particular moment in time, maybe those people, the watchers, would be off your back, and Hooslogan, or whatever his name is, Hoosier, he wouldn't be on your back or knowing you were even here. Why don't you just be quiet? Just shh. Although, I mean, the opening scene, he had the gun in it. But after that, I would be like so quiet. I would even eat I would be so, if I did eat, it would be like, oh, hello, how are you? I know it's a different time and men did things differently, but Jamie's just like so anti this, anti that. Like, you have a bounty on your head. Calm down, look sexy, look fabulous, look wonderful, give us more nudity, and just be quiet. That's all. Just be quiet. Nudity and quietness. That's all we ever asked for men to do.
Oryx. I've met him before. He knows about the price of my head. He wants some money to keep quiet.
And he told me about a small sum your father left. It's ferreted away in a nook in the Broch.
Can I use that money?
Half of it's yours by right.
I won't be taking that money.
Yes, you will. It's what she would want. It's what I want.
That money was meant for you. For our sons and daughters. I wanted to fill this house with our children. I've let you down, Claire.
Aw.
It's me that's let you down.
Why?
Truth is, I may never give you a son as beautiful as little Jamie.
She can't have kids?
I don't think I can have children. I tried before I met you.
With Frank.
It could be Frank.
Counted on loving you. Much less having children with you.
Perhaps it's for the best. So many things can go wrong. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
Meanwhile, Jenny's in a room by herself.
I shouldn't keep you from Jenny.
That's what I said. Wow, we think alike. He looks like a little pirate.
Oh, you've been generous.
I wouldn't trust him.
And we're done here.
Yeah. This is enough for safe passage to the colonies. Then there's the matter of making a living when I'm there. You're the laird. Surely you can raise the rents of your tenants.
Belonged to my family for hundreds of years.
More's the pity if you lost it then.
You must be deep in the drink to say such a thing.
An Irishman's never drunk. As long as he can hold on to one blade of grass. Who knows what I might say? I'm a danger to myself. And others. The British Army don't take kindly to those who harbour outlaws.
Oh.
I thought I killed my last man in the war.
If you hadn't done it, I've done it myself. Let's bury the bastard. Just more than he deserves. Wipe the blood off first. Ian.
He's going through it.
We used to argue which was the bigger sin, fornication, or killing. And worry whether we would go to hell.
Well, if you're going to hell, I might as well go too. God knows you'll never manage alone.
That was a really nice moment.
Take this. My fingers are swelling up like sausages. Our brother Willie carved that for Jamie for his 5th birthday. Found it recently. I meant to give it to him.
Sawney.
Play on the Gaelic for his second name, Alexander. It's what Willie used to call Jamie. I know he'd want him to have it. Willie's buried out there, next to my mother. She died 2 years after he did. In childbirth. Give it to Jamie for me.
You give it to him yourself.
I mean, Claire's giving us all anxiety with these facial expressions. This lady thinks her life is about to end because Claire keeps staring at her like it is. Like Claire knows something that only her and Jesus knows. I'm gonna need Claire to stop touching everything and try to help Jenny out. Jenny's hair is braided too tight. She's walking back and forth this entire episode in this see-through white thing. She's irritated. Now she gotta go lay on this hardwood floor next to a fire that's not sealed. Like, dangers are lurking, girl. Come on, Claire. Get it together, Sissy Pop. Get it together. She has to... Claire's such a... I want you guys to acknowledge, I've been very good. I've been very good this episode. Even there's a few moments that Claire did something, but more often than not, she didn't. She's been pretty decent herself, but because I'm in a mood, when she did something, I almost said something, and I said, I've been good, y'all. Thank you so much. I've been good. Oh, there goes the snake.
Women, quit your squeaking! His wife's howling like she's giving birth to a harpsichord.
I hate these people.
You've used a bit more of your hair than usual. Aye, some extra in case you run short in the winter. You know, we haven't seen Horrocks since supper.
Oh. He'll turn up. Irish pogue.
He better.
What you gonna do? I'm tired of these threats.
Because we leave for Lochaber tomorrow.
Well, he's dead, so.
The baby's taking its own sweet time, but she's coming along.
Well, there's still no sign of our friend Mr. Horrocks. The horse is just outside, so he can't have gone far. Given that the man would barely walk 10 steps to pish, much less wander away. 3 men go out, 2 men come in. You 2 knew each other, and you hid it from me. That doesn't tally up. Why'd you kill him?
Ooh, this guy.
Let me explain.
I'm a wanted man. There's a price on my head. £10 sterling. Horrocks knew it. He threatened me. My family. So, I ran him through.
Good. I never liked the Irish bastard. If ever a man needed killing, it was him.
Do you think that Jamie kind of knew that he felt comfortable enough to tell him because of what Ian told Jamie, that Ian, that whatever this greasy hair guy's name is like Jamie, that he likes being around this greasy hair man? His hair's not even that greasy. Because he reminds him of Jamie, so Jamie knows what he would have done, what Jamie knows how he would have felt, so he felt comfortable enough to tell him, and also to show him, like, yeah, I am that bitch. Well, I am that man. I'm talking about myself. I am that man. Do you think that's what it is? Yeah, I hate his whole crew. This one especially, in the back with the fucked up face. This old one realized he got beat up the first time, so he's been, leaned the back. But this one right here, the back one by the door, he needs somebody to whip his ass.
And I could do with a tall, strong Scotsman. So unless you're prepared to dig 7 graves, including your own.
Oh, they all know he killed him.
All right with you.
I'm coming too.
No, you're not.
Oh, if he wants to come, let him come. He's got 2 hands. He can hold a gun.
He could still turn you in for the reward after you've served his purpose. Jenny needs her husband here with her.
What I need is my brother home safe. And Claire's here, so off with the both of you.
Come on, Claire. Bother us a little bit more.
Jenny found this. Asked me to give it to you.
Claire took the moment away from Jenny. God, don't do it, Andres. Don't do it. Claire, didn't you say that you're going to let Jenny do it? like, Jenny better survive. And Claire, you better make sure of that. But Claire, you know Claire, that's the reason why she touched the snake. That's the reason why she held on to the snake. I know that somebody's going to comment down below and say that Jenny told her to go do it, but Claire said, Jenny, you do it. Which was like the promise that Claire was going to be able to make sure that Jenny survived to give it to her brother. Her brother and Jenny have this long history. They're brother and sister. And that would have meant a lot coming from Jenny. But you know, Claire had to hold on to it. Because Claire had to have a conversation at the end of the episode. I'm trying so hard.
You heard your sister. Haste ye back, or else I'll drag you back by your thick red curls. You won't like it one bit.
Sassenach. I'm sure I wouldn't.
Bye, Claire. See you in a couple episodes.
Good being out on the road again, eh? In the pissing rain.
The road's a dangerous place to live. Why do you do it? Robbings.
And money taken is twice as sweet as money earned. That's a souvenir from my last raid. Faulkner.
Cottages of the poor and the castles of the rich.
You know, I don't mind death as long as it comes under an open sky. Raid the royal tax wagons. English landowners. We could go places, make a name for ourselves. They'd write songs about us.
If it wasn't for Claire, maybe I'd take you up on it. You'll turn me over.
To the British? Never. I've seen the inside of a jail myself. I wouldn't wish it on a dog. I'd shoot you first.
Oh, tell me you look after Ian.
There will be no need to look after anybody.
Oh, just do as I say, Claire. Damn you, Claire.
That's right. Damn me.
I can't do this.
But never want a child.
He's coming.
Like, push it.
Hold up! Hold up right there! When are the Chisholms due to pass?
Just shy of sundown. Horrocks said they're going to be coming from the east.
Say what you like about Horrocks. Scunner knew how to pick the perfect spot for an ambush.
The high walls and the dense cover.
There's no way out.
Cottages, Jenny! Jenny!
I thought Ian was gonna die. I bet you Ian's dead.
Your bonny little lass just landed on her feet.
Oh, she had a girl.
Three days, and still no sign of Jamie or Ian.
She had us well fooled, didn't she? Little Margaret Ellen Murray was my grandmother's name.
Maggie. We, Jamie, may favour Ian. But this little one, she's got the Fraser eyes.
Here, Mrs. Crook will put her down for a nap.
Oh, I think Ian's dead.
You look good with a wee one in your arms. You'll be holding your own soon enough. Every day for 4 years, I'd stared at that very road. He will come home. He always does. These belonged to my mother. You're tall and queenly like she was. The Lady of Lallybroch should have them.
So very unique.
Someone gave them to her as a wedding gift. She never would say who, but she just smiled like a cat that's had cream for its supper.
Jamie's not there.
I lost my horse and my leg in the fight. We were ambushed. The redcoats were waiting. They knew we were coming. Horrocks delivering the watch to buy his freedom. The other lads were killed outright. I fetched Murray home. It was the least I could do.
Where is Jamie?
Macquarie was wounded. Jamie wouldn't leave him behind.
Was Jamie hurt?
Not that I saw. The redcoats have him.
No. Can the last be Well. That was a good episode. for somebody in a bad mood, I was really doing good. But this was a really good episode, no shade. There was a lot that went on. At the end of the day, we see McGuire, that's how he said his name, and Jamie. They had more similarities together than not. And it's kind of interesting how this show kind of foreshadows things. The show foreshadowed there was going to be a betrayal through Hosfar, or whatever his name is, betraying. Jamie thought he was going to betray him, possibly, by when he was giving him the money and possibly try to kill him, or whatever the case the scenario was. But then the big betrayal was really, or he also probably thought, like we all thought, or at least I thought, that the Watch was going to betray Jamie. But the betrayal actually was that Hoss, or whatever his name is, told the Redcoats to buy his freedom so he can go on his little splurge and he would have crossed Jamie again if Jamie gave him more money and more land, whatever he wanted. He would have told the Redcoats, hey, yeah, by the way, Jamie over there, not only are we gonna buy my freedom, we're gonna buy a lot more things. He was all for himself. He was a horrible person. So then we also seen that when Ian did say about how he looked forward to the Watch coming because he really liked McGuire, whatever his name was, to come, and that they have more similar, or he reminds him of Jamie. Now we see and then Jamie and him seem to have this connection the later the episode went. And then we did hear at the ending that Jamie didn't want to leave him. Jamie probably could have gotten away, but he would have been in, then McGuire, whatever his name was, would have been held captured by the Redcoats. And also by their little trollop going to this place to ambush whoever they're going to ambush. McGuire, that's probably not his name, but the head of the Watch said, the Watchers said about how he would never betray Jamie because he's been inside the British jails, which was also foreshadowing Jamie and him being held captured by the ending of this episode. So that was pretty cool. And then they also threw a little dash of salt with Jenny thinking that she was gonna have a son, but by the end, Jenny was wrong. Jenny was wrong. Jenny had a daughter. So, which is also like Jenny and Jamie. I like that. I really, really like that. This episode, take back Claire being annoying. She wasn't that annoying. Very rare, basic. But Jamie kind of was doing more things for me that annoyed me because I was like, yo, Jamie, just relax, calm down. And then I had to continuously remind myself I'm going to give you guys the insight of what I do when I'm watching this particular show, because I feel like sometimes I do voice my opinion, but maybe because I'm from New York, I always blame the state that I'm in. But because I'm a New Yorker, I have no hair on my tongue, is the old saying, which is bite my tongue. The older I get, the more blunt I get. And I think that might be, which I've asked questions, I've done posts about this, but the more I do this, the more I realize that I'm not for everybody. My bluntness is just not for everybody. And sometimes people could maybe take it in small doses, but it could be quite annoying. And I get easily irritated by characters or people in general. So although Jamie and Claire bother me, never really Jamie. This is the first time Jamie that I kind of dived deeper in his character. It was like, Jamie, shut the fuck up. But I'm taking moments to not just react right away. I've been taking reactions in a reactor to the extreme. So now I'm just kind of trying to process it and understand what's going on and try to bite my tongue. And I realized in this episode, when I was biting my tongue at certain moments, that within a few seconds, it played out and I was like, oh, okay. I understood what the whole scene was gonna do. Instead of pause and just go all the way off and then hit pause again, and then they clarify what they were trying to say or do. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. So I'm a work in progress. But I just want to also make it very clear, I'm never going to bite my tongue fully. This isn't for this is just me still not being petty about something else. There I go, being blunt again. But yeah, so I was trying my hardest in this episode and it kind of paid off. This is the point of the conversation. So moving right along, there was all these different elements in here, and I actually really like this town. Lallybroch. I really like it. It's such a cute, it reminds me like I want to go to like a small little village and something and stay there for a few days, not long, and I have to have Wi-Fi. But if I have Wi-Fi, I'm good. And I could be here and like hanging out and doing stuff. I always wanted to, sometimes when I was younger, definitely when I was younger, I used to go to Amish, is it Amish Town or Amish Village or something like that in Pennsylvania? And the Amish are like one of my favorite type of people. Like they are so nice. They're really, the Amish are like the nicest people ever. And if you have not had Amish food, I don't know if that's the proper wording, but when I went to Pennsylvania, I always tell my family, let's go to like Amish, I think it's called Amish country, and get some good Amish food. They have the best food in the world. I won't say in the world, in Pennsylvania. So the point of that was that this kind of reminded me of that, how they're doing everything by hand and they're making all this food and the food looked really good. So shout out to them and shout out to the Amish. But anyways, I would give this episode a 10. It's amazing. I love it. I can't wait to continue on. Please look for another episode of Outlander by the ending of the week. But I'm going to definitely try my hardest to hit all the other shows that I've been neglecting because they need a little bit of love too. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until next time, I'm off this.